Hey, what is going on, justice lovers? And welcome back to the eternal damn courtroom. So, today's episode is sponsored by a delicious Irish beer, which shall remain nameless. Now, let's get on with it. How do you respond? Constable! Okay. Time to wake up, boy. Damn, so you got holes in the helmet? Looks hella patched up and scuffed. Well, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to nod off again, but I haven't slept properly in a month. Did I miss anything important? Okay, here we go. He might actually be awake now.
Oh, Rowley, it isn't true, is it? What that lawyer said is all lies, isn't it? I know it is because you're the most upstanding, righteous man I know.
I had a dream. A terrible dream. All of the things I did that night. Everything come out. Everything exposed. Only it seems it wasn't a dream at all. Good golly. We got him. Yeah. Order! What on earth is the meaning of all this?
Oh, Rowley, why? Why would you do something like this? Moving a corpse is a criminal offence, isn't it?
It's because he wanted to be lazy, I'm telling you now. If he hasn't slept in a month, he doesn't want to be roped into a murder case on his day off. He just wanted a bit of dinner. Wishing the victim dead should be one too.
Constable, explain yourself. Why would you do this? As a respected member of Scotland Yard, your duty is to protect the good people of London town.
I can't say, sir.
What?
I really am ever so sorry about all this. For damaging the Yard's reputation. For everything. God damn, that's good beer. The best kind of hydration break. Yeah. I have a possible explanation. For why on that particular evening, the constable felt compelled to move the scene of the crime. I can think of one reason.
What? How could you possibly know? You, a foreigner, presuming to understand the mind of a Scotland Yard policeman.
And yet, it is this foreigner who has uncovered the startling truth of the matter thus far.
Yeah, let him gasp all day.
I believe it would be beneficial to the court to hear this extraordinary young lawyer's theory. Counsel for the defense, if you please.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, I think you had better show us some evidence.
Of course, why is that always what it boils down to? Okay. Safety save done. Let's go. At once, my lord. England, Japan. It makes no difference where you come from. Human emotions are the same. And I think I have a fairly good idea of the feelings behind this man's actions. Oh no, not the life count.
What gives away the motive for the constable's unthinkable actions?
Is it dinner? Ah, The anniversary, of course. Or could it be, like, technically the rules? Yeah, it might technically be the rules. You know, so he moves the body to get out of one of the stipulations. But potentially also it could be, dude, it's my anniversary. Come on, I haven't slept in a month. Okay. Right, let's throw the book at him first.
Take that!
Hell yeah, music stopped. I realise that I'm a foreigner in this land and I have only just arrived from Japan, which is why all this information about London's so-called bobbies is completely new to me. I've learnt that, though honourable, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world, for example.
Keeping the peace, looking after the citizens on his beat in all kinds of ways. There's no doubt that the young Bobby is charged with a great deal to do every day, certainly.
Yeah, what was it? Walking 20 miles a day? That's intense. But for the constable that day in question, special.
Special? How?
Ah, so maybe we could have used the rose as well. Yeah, I think it was last episode I mentioned that occasional walkthroughs I've seen for previous Phoenix Wright games, you can use multiple items on certain statements. So nice that they give you that bit of slight leeway sometimes. On account of this bouquet, my lord.
Oh, yes. It was our very first wedding anniversary.
He's got to pass out from all this damn gasping. The constable had worked so hard to be able to afford this simple gift for his wife. But didn't he just... Well, yeah, he still spent ages collecting pennies from the floor, but yeah. And walking 20 miles is pretty hard work. Let's see, and we're so looking forward to taking her out for a celebratory meal. I think we called it.
When they stumbled upon a crime along Briar Road.
Flashback. Oh, yo, with tense music. When he saw that shadowy figure through the flog collapse on the pavement ahead of him. What must have gone through the man's mind? Not on my day off. Oh yeah, I was just looking forward to celebrating the anniversary. She puts up with a lot being married to a policeman. Wanted to show her how much I care. This is the warrant card that the constable offered to lend to me earlier. Inside, among the rules for the patrolling policeman, it says... Nice, good hunch, and it paid off. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives.
Aha!
Constable, is that, or is that not, the reason why you moved the whole scene of the crime that day? Wake up, you bastard, and answer, yes. You can sleep forever in prison. Everything you said, it's all right.
So that's it. It was all to do with the boundary of your beat.
Oh.
Exactly. To summarise, the incident actually occurred on the constable's beat.
Good gracious, Constable, do you realize the gravity of what you have done?
Oh, yo. It was the first time since I became a copper that I'd ever cursed God. Stay close to me, Pat. The criminal could still be lurking somewhere. Damn. Hold on, but if the knife fell vertically down, then how could it be, like, stuck in the middle of her back, you know, like sideways or at a 90-degree angle? That bit doesn't make sense. Maybe they'll just kind of gloss over that, because this is pretty far-fetched enough as it is. As we ran over to the scene, I had every intention of doing my duty as a police officer. We've got to report this to the station as quickly as possible. But then it dawned on me. I realized where we were, where the victim was lying, and what that meant for me. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. Why here? Why did this have to happen here? And why tonight of all nights? Why? Caught red-handed. Or blue-handed as the case may be. It's a copper's job to guard the scene of the crime, so I told Pat she'd have to go to the nearest police box and fetch whoever was on duty there. It was then, when I opened my mouth to speak, it just came out. I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of my own mouth. This is the next beat to mine, Pat. So you'll have to go to the police box that covers it. Turn right along Meersham Street and then... the rest of the directions, I guess. And he knows how bad of directions she is. So right, go up there, then right, left, right, left, 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 right, left. You got that? See ya, be quick! Damn. So far in this entire game, we've exposed, I think, as a bus driver as well as a policeman for just shocking, gross misconduct. Is he gonna scream? Is it capital letter time? It's not. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Constable.
I just wanted, just that one night, to take my Patricia out for dinner.
Oh, Rowley.
Just that one night. Such sad music.
You knew that if the incident was on your beat, your evening of celebration would be ruined. And so you decided to move the entire crime scene outside your jurisdiction. Just across the street to the east pavement of Briar Road, which falls under the neighbouring beat's care.
Okay, we got him. You see, I thought, well, I was sure that the victim was dead, you see. Oh yeah, she wasn't even dead, and he's just picking her up and moving her.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, of course he did. Otherwise my Rowley would never have left the poor woman on the freezing cold pavement.
Wait, was an ambulance even called if he knew she wasn't dead? So just leave the knife in her, move her, and then we can go to dinner. The other lad will sort that out. That's so dodgy.
Ah, I see your meaning now.
But God got me back for my sins, didn't he? That's why I missed the rose I bought for Pat.
Oh no, Rowley, that was all my fault. I should never have dropped it in such a dark place. I'm so sorry, Rowley.
Well, she's just sorry that he's in trouble. And can you tell us, Constable, how many books did you move from the one side of the road to the other in total?
4 it was. Yes, sir, definitely, 4.
3 of them dropped by him, and the 4th being the one that fell from the window upstairs in the household, of course.
But what made you place that book in the victim's hand? When all the others were scattered haphazardly around, I mean.
Oh, well, sir, that's because that's how I found it.
How you found it? What do you mean?
When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So, when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand.
You're sure it was this book, The Lion's Pride, that the victim was holding? Yeah, I suppose you would pay close attention to stuff like that if you're doing something this dodgy.
Oh yes, sir. No doubt about it, sir.
Interesting. Okay, that was in the victim's hand when she first ran over to see what had happened. Okay.
I thought it was an open and shut case at the time, you see. There were only the two people at the scene, and Pat and me both saw it happen. However which way you looked at it, it had to be the fellow who'd ran off who'd done it. I thought. I couldn't see the harm, really. I didn't think moving it all over the road would make a jot of difference. I suppose this is it for me now. I've had it.
Damn.
My lord,
Yes?
I believe that concludes the cross-examination of the witnesses.
Hold on, it seems like we're getting somewhere. Don't just try and pull them away.
Constable, you may withdraw.
Yeah, he's like, thank you, sir. Get me out of here.
Mr. Prosecutor, sir, what will become of my Roly? What will happen to him?
For now, you are free to go home. The police will contact you in due course.
Okay, turn in your gun and badge.
Please don't punish my husband. This was all my fault.
Yeah, it's all your fault he got caught, but this is a good thing.
It's because I'm always moaning at him for coming home late.
Yeah, I suppose he did just want to please her for one day as well.
Leave it now, Pat. Let's go home. I'm tired.
Yep, makes sense. Well, let's hope they get a good night's sleep.
All right then, my love.
One last thing, Constable.
Uh-oh.
Sir?
Let this be a lesson to you. In a criminal investigation, every detail matters, however insignificant it may seem to you.
Yes, sir.
Carve that lesson into your mind. And never again make the mistake of tampering with the scene of a crime.
Hey, sweet tune.
Never again, sir. You mean to say?
Leave now. This trial is not yet over.
Okay, so he may be keeping his job.
Sir.
Nice. One less girl voice. Although by the sounds of it, I can only do like 3 guy voices, so yeah.
Well, quite a startling revelation, I must say. Whoever thought of a third party transplanting the entire scene of a crime like that?
Yeah, so you just let him go and carry on hounding this innocent dude. Okay.
Indeed, my lord. Nevertheless, there are some immutable facts here. Principally, that the accused is the only person who could possibly have committed this crime.
Yep. That's pretty much not true anymore. No, I disagree. Now that we know the true scene of the incident, there is someone else. And his name is Mr. Snowman. Could it be? Another person who could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back.
Forgive me for being presumptuous, but I believe the prosecution is probably well aware of this possibility already.
Is it true?
Very well. Name the person if you will, and if further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objection to the trial continuing.
Oh God.
You will name this other person who could have perpetrated the crime.
So it has to be her, because she was throwing stuff. Just in case, we'll have a peek. He stabbed her all along. It was Van Zeeks. No, surely.
Take that!
Yo, the music stopped. Always a good sign, baby. The defence would once again like to request a cross-examination of a new witness, my lord.
Once again,
My assistant made the same request earlier, which you bloody denied, in order to finally reveal the truth about this case. Here we go, do the 180. It's imperative that we cross-examine juror number 4.
Me? Me? Oh dearie me!
He's not having this, surely. Yeah.
That request has already been denied.
Yeah, but we're asking again. But the situation is very different now. Answer me this.
What do you want now, you little toad?
At the time of the incident, you were engaged in a violent argument with your husband. In the course of the argument, a minor house fire was ignited. Oh, so did she actually admit that they're husband and wife, or are we still just assuming that? And to clear the smoke from the room, your husband opened a window that looks out over Briar Road. Yeah, because she admitted to opening the window, but I can't quite remember if she admitted to the old marriage. Oh, she didn't say anything there, so it must be fine. Well, what of it? You threw this book at your husband when he was cornered with his back against the window. Upon striking the pane of the open top hinge casement window, the book plummeted directly down, finding its way to what we now know to be the true scene of the incident.
Yes, and as I said, what of it?
During the argument, you were beside yourself with rage. As such, you threw not just books, but anything you could lay your hands on. Uh-oh. So let me ask you one more time. This knife, the one removed from the victim's back, which you definitely recognised earlier, have you really never laid eyes on it before? Wobble. Is she going to scream? Usually they scream when their back's up against the wall.
I don't recall it.
Seriously? Wobble.
Am I supposed to remember everything I picked up and threw at my husband? And anyway, the man over there, or in all that regalia, said members of the jury needn't testify, didn't he?
Conveniently, yes. Uh-oh. He got a music stop. This is bad.
No, I have no recollection of saying that at all, juror number 4.
Oh!
Make no mistake, you jurors are not special in any way. You are not immune to the judicial process.
Nice. So at least Van Zeeks seems like he's actually after the truth and not just, this is bad for my case, please no. Good guy Van Zeeks for once.
If you know something about this knife, madam, let the truth come out.
But that's just a common or garden knife. It could have come from anywhere. We all have several like that at home. If one went missing, how would you expect me to know?
What's that?
are you joking? What are you saying, please?
Yeah, that is a weird statement. We've all got that exact same knife at home, so what if they go missing? Oh, we have several like that, okay.
Now you listen to me. I refuse to believe all this nonsense. I couldn't bear the thought that I'd injured someone. Do you hear? I couldn't bear it. Oh, the poor woman. So, yes, I want evidence. I want to see hard evidence if you're going to insist on this being my fault. You're going to have to prove to me that I threw that knife, if that's what you think. Come along now, chop chop, do your worst.
Well...
Well?
If I had evidence like that, believe me, I would have thrown it at her already. Uh-oh.
Then take the stand, juror.
Oh?
The prosecution does not object to the defence's request to cross-examine this woman.
Okay, maybe no evidence needed. Thank you.
I'm going to have to testify?
Nice. Come on, Judge, make it official.
Juror number 4, as I'm sure you will appreciate, having observed it with your own eyes today, Witness testimony could lead to the most extraordinary truths being unearthed. Truths of which the witnesses themselves may not even have been aware.
Oh, dearie me.
So I demand your full and unadulterated testimony.
Nice. Right, I think that's a tasty place to leave it there. Boom. So we've actually made some tasty progression and we're going to get her back on the stand next time, guys. But we'll leave it there for today. I want to try and squeeze in a two-parter and there's still some of this delicious Irish beer left. So let's carry on the fun next time. So, only thing that remains left to be said is, if you like the looks of any of the suggested videos flooding your screen at this very second, then check some of them out and more importantly, let me know what you thought. Because you know I love that courtroom feedback, honey. If you've missed any of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles so far, then catch up. But the main thing, as always, guys, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.